hi, I didn't see you there.
Jesus Christ. Every time.
Welcome to The Reliables on the Zombie Orpheus Entertainment
I don't
Channel.
understand why it's always funny, though.
I don't know. I don't think it's funny at all. They probably don't think it's funny, but I'm still going to keep doing it.
I think it's gone around.
It's come back,
It's back to
around
funny.
to being
Is it?
Yeah, it's
No.
back
Yeah.
to funny.
Rule
Well, I
of
got to make sure to
threes.
tank that before
Yeah.
we get to the end of the season here and the end of the show.
You're doing it.
I'm going to keep working at that.
on it.
Hi, I'm GM James Durham. I'm going to be your host and GM for today's show of The Reliables, which, is our very interactive live stream tabletop RPG show that we do in partnership with Pinnacle Entertainment Group.
Woot.
I got some people sitting at the table with me. Do you want to meet them? I want to meet them. I don't know any of these people. We should meet them.
Who are we?
Hey, we got Bryce Bebop here. Here's Bryce.
It's me! Hello, everyone. I'm Bryce Bebop. And I'm playing Vector Reigns, but we're doing good here. We're great. I should be the captain. I am the captain.
Yada
Yada,
yada.
yada, yada.
now.
Like, rolling on.
Oh, Captain, my captain.
You're all my
Yeah.
friends. I love you all, baby.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That about covers Vector Reigns. I mean,
I'm
he is
amazing
Vector Reigns.
Yeah.
He is amazing.
at everything.
You know who else we have here? I know who else we have here, but you don't because you haven't seen them. They're not on the camera yet. So maybe I'll introduce them. Yeah, I'm going to introduce them. I've got Sharon Chase Bebop!
Hi, I also am here, which I know after and next to Bryce is a little bit of a disappointment, but thank you for bearing with me. It means a lot to me. I'm playing Sam Stevens today. Thank you for laughing at that, Christian. I appreciate that. That
Sorry,
also means a lot to me.
I think you're funny.
Wait, are
Bebop.
they
I'm just going to say so.
He's talking to me.
No, you're Rocksteady. I'm Bebop.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Get it together, Bryce. So I'm playing Sam Stevens today and most of the days with a twist.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Could be lemon, could be
Yeah.
sadism. We don't know.
Ooh, lemon sadism.
Go either way, to
Ooh,
be honest.
tangy.
Zippy lemon sadism.
God.
Ooh, that's an ice cream flavor.
Now mostly cocaine.
Yeah, still mostly cocaine.
Cocaine pudding.
Thought so. Hey, you can hear other people talking. Maybe we should introduce these other people that are talking. I could introduce these other people that are talking. I mean, maybe. If you really want to meet them. Do you want to meet them? I want to meet them. Hey, it's Dave Beecham!
Hello, everybody.
Moving on.
Hi, I'm Dave Beecham. I play Warren Winston Williams, and we're going to have some fun today. Maybe doing other things as well. So we'll see what happens with this intrepid explorer, exploring all the verses of all the things and places and stuff.
Dub 3.
Top 3's pretty great. And there's one more person in here, and I know you probably don't care. I see him basically every day, so kind of whatever.
Yes,
Hey,
dude.
it's Christian Doyle, everybody. Yeah, Christian Doyle.
Hi, folks. It's me, Christian Doyle, playing intrepid space thief killer Jonah Mox, the world's greatest and worst shape changer. Oh, he does just suck at so many things, but mostly just shape changing, which he is terrible at. But it is his most used skill. So if you're looking for critical fails, I'm your guy.
It's true. I think you hold the record.
Oh yeah, I've got to, right?
Yeah.
You definitely hold the record.
It's because I try.
Which, I should hold the record because most dice get rolled for the various non-player characters, but no, it's still you somehow.
Yeah.
Even though I think I probably have like 10 rolls for every one that you make, I still...
Well, you make 10 rolls for every one that I miss, so that's probably it right there.
That's true. It's very not true when we're dealing with physical dice, but whenever Leo is rolling dice for some reason, critical fails, all Christians.
I should actually start wearing pants to the studio. I think that might help my my luck.
Does that mean I have to wear pants?
No. The rest of you look way better out of pants than I do.
But when you have lucky pants and then you don't wear them, that's just a planning error.
I'll have to wear my Lucky Merkin, though. So
That one's not lucky?
Not the
Merkin.
lucky one.
You're still trying to bring those back, huh?
Bring it back.
He sold him me on him.
Right?
I'm wearing 2.
He's
what
wearing
that
the
is.
special back Merkin. Your back Merkin.
So, as I've explained, this is a tabletop RPG show. We will play the Savage Worlds game system. And it's the most interactive live stream tabletop RPG show. Do you know why it's interactive? Can anyone tell me why this show is interactive?
No.
Oh yeah, there's a store.
Oh, there is a store.
There's a store.
That's right.
What's in store
There
for
is
us?
a store. There's a store, and it's in store. And what's in store is that someone's going to tell you about what's in the store and all the things
Can
you
I
can
do
store
it?
in the store.
Better you than me.
Can I do that, James?
I guess you can, Bryce. Bryce, go ahead. You can tell them what's in the
Ah, now I can make it take 10 minutes. Take that, Helen.
Helen could do it in 15.
store. It's not a competition.
Helen can take
I
that.
can make it a competition.
say
On
that.
which
All
one of
right?
you is slower? Are we really going to make that a competition?
All right. I'm not going to make it slower because James's
How
forehead
slow
is
do you want
throbbing.
it?
You see?
You
Give him
can
a shout.
say
Oh, it's
slow.
gone now. Okay, so we got the shout out. Let's shout out. Say whatever you want. If you try to say bad things, the robot will censor you, and it's hilarious for us most of the time. Sometimes the robot misses it. That's just what it is. Just pay for all the shout outs and see what hits.
Even
Just
if you
keep
try to say
going.
good things with bad words.
Yeah. Like just, everyone
We can love you.
just spend $20 on shout outs, see what goes through. We also have personality reorder, which, like we talked about, we're in pilots. So that will change us on our meter. We'll either be more pilot or more avatar. You get to make that choice. A Benny saved is a Benny earned. Bennies make our world go round. They let us do rerolls. They let us change cards, regain power points. There's a lot of stuff they do.
PowerPoints.
They're also the only way we soak damage.
And the only way we can not die. I like not dying.
I promise
Kind of a
you,
universal
I will
currency
never
in
Saboteur.
die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty great.
There you go. Jam that works. James gets a Benny, which he could then use to do bad things to us. Win, lose, or draw. We can draw a new card. We could force James to draw a new card.
I hate it when you do that.
It's really nice for us. System shock. That means James is just going to move us around on the avatar, or on the slider. Where? I don't know. Wherever he randoms. Usually he uses it when we're in a bad spot, and it would be bad for us to change. I think he does it
He
on
waits till we're
purpose.
comfortable.
Yeah. Dance
Like a
magic dance.
proctologist.
If you want to see our sweet, sweet dance moves, we're here for it. I don't think you understand. Dave here took 4 years of ballet. I want
And
him
tap.
to put his leg up above his head and then lift me. Ballet dancers are crazy strong, just so you're aware.
Oh, remember
No,
that? You remember
no.
that one Emerald City Comic Con?
Oh, yeah,
that was
no.
awesome.
See? Story time. Hashtag memory. Just, you know what? Ask one of us a thing. We'll tell you a thing about our past, the nefarious deeds we've done, or the heroic things we've done, and depending on the case. I was pointing at Christian for nefarious and then myself for heroic.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
They can see that. They just saw this, which looks like Dance Magic Dance
It does.
already.
Very similar. Very similar.
I like how you're keeping it in the box though. Like,
Do what I do.
Giggity.
All right, then we got a reliable source, which is kind of like a Ferris Bueller, Zach Morris reality break. We take that fourth wall, punch our face right through it, and we tell you how we feel about things that are going on.
How do you really feel about things?
Getting an education, James gets to give all of his mooks
Mooks.
a cool skill.
Mooks.
It really can turn the tide in a battle, and it really sucks. Battle, conversation, it just... Whoop.
I was going to say mooks. more.
Meta Meltdown,
That's a good word.
that is, we will switch who we are inhabiting with somebody at the table at James's direction.
it is.
So-
It's the biggest pain in the ass
Oh my
and the
God.
most fun.
Oh, yes. Rule of cool, hey, we all go around the table, we all describe a really cool thing, and then you guys get to vote. James mentioned this being interactive, aside from the store. You guys get to decide what happens. Everybody else has to try to do it with severe negatives. I don't think I've ever seen somebody succeed when they didn't win. But, call me crazy.
You're crazy.
Hey, finally, the hack attack. You guys get to decide what's going to be in the show. You guys, with some limiting rules that you'll work out with James at a later date, you guys get to just add and insert whatever you want.
Rules? We
Giggity.
don't need rules.
Huh.
Where we're going.
That's right. And that's it. And I do think I made it under 10 minutes, so Helen's still the champion.
Dun, dun,
You guys are doing this backwards.
This is the opposite of what we want.
Oh,
And that, my friends, is the store. So
Yay!
not only does it let you interact, it helps us keep the lights on. Puts food in our cupboards.
No board.
Puts shoes on our feet. Cue the sad music and all the puppies. You know the commercial. Except it's us, We're the ones that need your help.
With your donations, we'll be able to afford to wear pants to the studio.
Precisely.
Just
$2
63 cents a day. The
day.
price of an eighth of a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Big hashtag shout out to the mods for their awesomeness.
Yes, shout
Thank
out to
you,
mods.
mods.
Our mods are pretty great. They do all kinds of stuff for us during the show, after the show, between the shows. And then, one of our big cast members you only see on screen like once in a while, like when you pay for them to show up for some crazy reason. And that's Leo back there. Hi, Leo.
Hey, Leo.
Leo likes to screw up our dice rolls and scramble around like a maniac trying to keep us on camera.
And yet
sounding
we
decent
still
and on the
charge to
internet.
see her because she's the prettiest cast member.
Yeah.
And we're all a bunch
True.
of ugly motherfuckers.
It's true.
Ugly
Very
boobs.
true.
Yeah,
Boop.
it's true.
Boo.
It's true. But hey, we play a tabletop RPG. We play a very specific tabletop RPG.
Yeah.
I think, Christian, you want to tell us about this RPG that we play?
Yes. Yes, I do. All right. Here we go. Here on the Reliables, we play Savage Worlds Adventure Edition by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. It is, it's one of the most fun RPGs around. It's considered almost a kitchen sink system, but it doesn't have all that stuff in it. They cut out all the fat. This game is easy to play. It's fast. It's just so much fun because I can do any genre that I want, and I want to do them all. As you probably know, since you've watched this show, and maybe Masters of the Metaverse too, I want all of the genres. And I get them with Savage Worlds Adventure Edition. It's a very simple system, and it works just like this. You have traits, you have skills. They are of different die types. Little dice, meaning the lower numbered ones, being the smallest, and the big ones being the biggest. You see how this works out? The bigger die you have, the higher skill you have, and you roll that along with a wild die to achieve a number of 4 or better to determine your success. We also use cards to do our initiative with, which makes the drawing and redrawing mechanic a lot of fun in this particular game. That's Savage Worlds Adventure Edition by Pinnacle Entertainment.
Yes.
Savage.
Thank you, Christian. Now, some people have mentioned pilots and avatars. Now, what exactly are pilots and avatars? Well, they're an integral part of the Reliable show. The pilots are the characters that you see week in and week out. Jonah Mox, Vector Rains, Sam Stevens, Warren Winston Williams, Guy Whiteman, Princess Hedgehog. We have so many of them.
Oh.
And these pilots travel about and occasionally use metapods or other devices to enter the bodies of other individuals in different dimensions. These bodies are avatars. Different people, different abilities, all of them somewhat relevant or important in whatever dimension they come from. They are people of note, people of consequence. And during the show, you will see a little slider on the bottom. This meter, as Bryce greatly described it, tells you who happens to be in charge of that body at any given time. That's right. The little red rocket can either point at the A, which means the avatar's in
Just
charge,
like a little red rocket on their egg.
or it can point at the P, which means the pilot's in charge. And if it's in the middle, both personalities are in there. Now, when both personalities are there, they get to use both character sheets, which is pretty great. But because there's 2 conflicting personalities, there's a little bit of a penalty involved getting access to all the goodies and treats on both character sheets. And that's pilots and avatars. So, hey, previously on the Reliables, what have we been up to? Hey, Christian, what happened?
Dude, there's been so much going on. I don't know if you know this, but the Reliables went rogue this season and started taking orders from the Masters of the Metaverse, and that was excited. That's really neat because we're doing stuff we've never done before. We're running around. We're stealing things. We're getting new bonds. We're making life a little bit more difficult for the council so we can hopefully talk some sense into them without them murdering us and everyone else in the universes.
Talk sense.
Yeah, and we had some pretty interesting adventures the last couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, well, you guys, some of you, in fact, went to space in the middle of space, and stole everything from a giant interdimensional casino vault.
Yes.
And things can only go down from here, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, that was the biggest space heist ever. Jonah Mox didn't even get to be there.
No Transmitarians were allowed in Paradigm Palace.
Even though they're all extinct, they still have the signs up. It's not
Yeah.
fair.
Not permitted.
Yeah, Guy Whiteman met his nemesis. That's true, Merc.
Yep.
In fact, everybody met a little bit of something. Yeah, but it was a big week. You guys succeeded in the mission with flying colors, and shut down that casino for the foreseeable future, near as I can tell.
And only Pierce almost died.
And only Pierce almost died.
Not even a loss.
Yeah, not really a big deal.
No, if he dies, then we can't fly anywhere, and actually would be kind of screwed.
Yeah.
I mean, not as screwed as we used to. Yeah,
It would still suck.
it would still suck, but we can still teleport pretty much anywhere now.
We'll
which is
figure it
nice.
out.
But we got somebody back last week, didn't we?
Oh yeah,
Who did we get back last week? Who was recovered from that vault?
it wasn't so much a who as a what.
Yeah.
If we're talking about like Princess Hedgehog finally like leveled up seriously
Okay.
because she got a keepstone, the keepstone of Earth, and so now she's officially a magical space princess, which definitely probably doubles our heavy hitting power.
Nice.
Before we didn't have anybody that could stand up to even one of the masters. Now we've got Princess Hedgehog, who, although may not be reliable to do what we would need them to do on a regular basis, they at least have enough power to help us out when they want to.
That's true. But there was like a certain transforming alcoholic stagecoach. that
I
was
don't know what you're
recovered.
talking about. That didn't happen.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, it did. Reese is back. That's right. The transforming alcoholic stagecoach. Reese somehow ended up in the vault on this space station, and now he's part of the crew again. So we're glad to have him back, and we look forward to many, many more adventures that you have to ride him into just because.
No.
Yay!
And here, I thought I had finally gotten rid of that transforming alcoholic stagecoach.
Nope, you try.
Kicked him out the airlock.
The more you keep trying, the more we keep bringing him back. Thank you, Clippy.
Yeah, I think 3 different times now they've used hacks to keep Reese going.
Oh yeah, at least. Plus the one to create him.
Yeah,
A lot of Reese love.
It's very
Yeah.
popular.
must be
Yeah.
the most loved character on the show, hands down. I mean,
Well, yeah, probably. But only
So-
because Tom turned bad.
we don't talk about Tom.
Or Bruno.
So what's happening now? Well, it's time for another mission. That's what's happening now.
Impossible.
That the stakes increasing and danger around every corner, that it's nearly time to try and confront the council and the masters of the metaverse themselves. You just need a few more cards on the table in your favor before that goes down. Hopefully before they, track you down and kill you or lobotomize you or whatever it is that they do to reliables that go rogue.
We don't know. They've never caught us.
Yep. So the plan is to keep it that way. However, the plan is, again, to get a few more allies, in particular, one very important ally out there. Someone who, while they don't sit on the council themselves, because they turn down that particular seat.
Turn down for what?
Thank you. Has a tremendous amount of influence. I mean, they have a granddaughter who sits on the council. They run the Metaversal Task Force in Prime. And
Who could it be?
that's right, Bruno Hamilton is the ally to get now. The voice of reason, the one person who from the beginning has been in dissent of this whole plan of stopping problems before they happen. Who hasn't always agreed with the approach. Been some heated arguments, but he still does his job, still looks out for the people on Prime, which is precisely where we're going. Metaverse Prime, Earth, our home.
E-Earth? I love E-Earth.
Well, you say our home, but
Not your home.
Yeah, most of us have never been there.
Never been there. In fact, travel to Metaverse Prime is strictly prohibited
Oof.
in any form. Not as pilots using metapods, not physically. It is off limits by decree of the council. No one is allowed in Metaverse Prime except for the native residents. And there is a few reasons for it. I mean, several years back, they were invaded by another metaverse who first used their own metapilots to instill people in positions of power and set the groundwork so that they could physically invade and try to take over the world. It was a dark and bloody and dangerous time, and the masters of the metaverse barely succeeded in fighting back, which is how they became the masters of the metaverse, in fact. But that's another story for a show called Masters of the
Metaverse.
Metaverse, which you could watch if you want to know a little more background, but you don't need to. It's quite all right. I'm sure you'll catch up and follow along. But it does lead us to where we are today, attempting to do the forbidden.
Verboten.
Yes, gonna
Yeah.
need to use metapods to go to Prime. Hop into avatars in Metaverse Prime itself, locate and make contact with Director Hamilton, and convince him about what is going to befall the entirety of the known universe.
Do we know where Director Hamilton is?
Not for sure, other than you know he's in Prime, but with the job as being director of the Metaversal Task Force and them having their own office building, it is highly likely he makes at least a few appearances there.
We should check the building.
But there are some unknowns. For example, you have no idea what avatars you might end up in. There's no way to know where or who you
Hope it's
will
not a
be.
wanker.
And because Prime has been cut off, no one really knows the exact state of events there.
Well, what if
going
it's
in
Colorado?
blind,
Yeah.
going in completely blind.
Colorado.
Is everything under a world government now? Is it? Who knows?
The TV shows are pretty much the same.
I mean, that part's pretty great. But there's really no way to know what kind of a situation you're stepping into. It makes this a very dangerous mission because of all of the unknown variables. And of course, you know, most of the members of the council live there. So you could actually run into these people that are terrifying and have the powers of gods.
Tight. It'll be fine. It'll
But
be
if we're
fine.
going into avatars, won't we be kind of in? I mean, I guess Prime badasses are different than badasses on some other worlds, well, because of our complete lack of magic and what have you.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, but again, it's a lot of unknown. Who are these avatars going to be? Well, you're about to find out. It's time to climb into some metapods and see what is out there for you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Metapod, you're so tight and confining.
God. Oh yeah, wedge
I'm
me in.
Vector Reigns. My biceps are so huge.
It's
blah,
not just
blah,
my
blah.
biceps,
No, you
baby.
get it.
It's all of him.
I'm just a bigger
I
guy.
assume you've checked.
Oh, he has.
You gotta have a hobby.
When you're a puddle on the floor, you can look up everybody's dress.
Hey, you know,
Yeah.
fair.
Just remember that.
Don't
That
wear
sounds
dresses.
absolutely terrible.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to start at the far end of the table here with who Jonah Mox happens to be occupying when he speeds through the metaverse and into the body of his avatar. His avatar is one Anatoly Rosovich. That's right. Anatoly was a member of the Bratva, the Russian mob. Long before the events of the invasion, before anything metaversal happened, Anatoly killed, maimed, and brutalized a lot of people for organized crime. And then when the invasion happened, Anatoly was an avatar for one of the 00742 invaders and did even more terrible things, which he wasn't necessarily all that opposed to. So he kind of has a penchant for violence.
What?
After the invasion, when things were still up in the air, before the council stepped in and laid down the rules of how things would be, the Bratva experimented with their own versions of metapods, and Anatoly was one of the people doing those, and has himself been out in the metaverse, hopped into a few bodies, and gained a few powers and skills along the way. Then the council stepped in and made their decrees, and now every single potential avatar and pilot is locked up in a facility. Some of them, like Anatoly here, are in the triple maximum security ward, in isolation 23 hours out of every 24.
Whatever, man. Free jelly shoes. These are awesome.
Barely allowed to do anything, watched, observed, monitored, and some of the residents in triple maximum occasionally experimented upon with the new technologies in attempts to stop the pilot and avatar connection. Anatoly finds himself in a somewhat familiar and not happy circumstance. There's someone else inside of his body with him. A pilot has climbed aboard.
Where am I on the?
Let's find out. Let's go ahead and do a system shock for you, Anatoly, and see exactly where you end up. we're going to put you in the middle.
Okay. All right.
Right between pilot and avatar, both personalities mixed together. A little bit of both.
Okay, so are we taking something over? Are you invader? What's going on? Oh, good. Here to help. So we're leaving? All right, let's take a look at this place.
In
What
a
do we have
5 by
around?
9 cell, there is a cot.
Mm-hmm. A cot.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
There's vents.
Vents.
In the ceiling and in the floor, a toilet and a sink. The sink being built onto the top of the toilet so that the water is recycled. It's, very green. It's stainless steel.
Cameras.
In the cell, there is a camera in the corner.
Okay.
All of the cells have cameras in them as far as you're aware. I mean, they can't be watching everyone all of the time.
I mean, they can. They're set up for that, right?
They're set up for that, but how many people do they have sitting there in that office monitoring those security cameras? How much are they really paying attention?
Do I have a blanket?
Oh, yes. You have a blanket, a pillow, a nice thin little green mattress that sits on top of the cot that's not very comfortable to sleep on.
Perfect. Perfect.
Every time you're allowed your 1 hour out of the cell, they come in and go through it thoroughly, searching for anything you could have turned into a weapon. They take heavy precautions every time they move you, manacling you several times over due to your incredible unnatural strength.
Oh, hey, that's lucky. What now?
Yeah.
Okay. That's something I can work with. Usually I end up in the body of smaller, weaker men. Or whatever. So where are you from, guy? Oh, good. Space. Okay. I'm going to be charged with treason again, I have a feeling. No problem. I'm going to begin tightly rolling up my mattress lengthwise, and then placing a blanket over it to do sleeping prisoner.
I see.
Classic.
Well, we're working on that. Let's meet the next individual. Warren Winston Williams, you find yourself in the avatar of Sean Cassidy.
Ooh, my favorite star from the 70s.
Yes. Sean Cassidy, in this case, not being your favorite star from the 70s,
Oh, great then. There we go. Oh, okay.
but a criminal in his own right.
Criminal. Well, that's a big word for it then, ain't it?
A former mercenary, Sean, during the events of the invasion, stumbled across a place of power in the Sahara Desert. A place of power functioning much like a metapod, but as a natural facility that does it. No technology, no wires, no cords. They've been known to be found in a few different metaverses. Sean had his own brief experience among the different denizens of the metaverse and found himself in possession of some, mind-influencing powers as a result of it. Upon his return, he engaged in some not-so-petty larceny as a result and accumulated a small fortune before being brought to justice by agents from various international law enforcement agencies. Discovering his powers, he was locked up, much like Anatoly, in an internment camp.
Right?
While not in triple maximum security, it's still not the best place. I mean, you do have time with other inmates,
I do. It's kind of nice that way. Yeah, that's right.
but you are monitored fairly consistently,
So it seems.
particularly
So it
due to
seems.
your known powers to influence the human mind.
I think it's been. I've got a bad rap here. You know, all I did was try to make some friends, and they gave me gifts. And you can't blame them for that. I'm a rather cunning guy, and they rather like me, so they gave me things. And that's okay then. I wasn't stealing if they give it to you, is it? Oh, not at all.
And let's find out who happens to be in charge of the body right now. In your particular case, we're going to put you in full pilot, and Warren Winston Williams is driving the boat, as it were.
Right, well, there we go then. I say we're here in a prison, are we?
Yeah, it's a prison.
Have a good prison. Yes,
And fairly modern.
Ah, very nice. Probably have a warm meal once a day and walking around the yard maybe for a few hours. Well then, sounds rather lovely. So this chap I'm inside of, he seems figuring on. Oh, seems rather smart and lanky. Got some sort of mental acuity with the mind bits of controlling people. Well, if you can't do it with force, may as well do it with words in your mind, I say. So I look around this recreational area.
You're outside. That's
lovely.
fencing.
Good.
You can see other facilities over the walls and fences, and perhaps, more or less security in those locations. It's hard to know for sure.
Are there any, as I'm looking around, I take note of the cameras and the proximity to the, any sort of weapons or other items to keep a person maybe from leaving at their leisure.
The walls are patrolled up high, and there are some watchtowers. It's hard to say exactly what those armaments are, but you're fairly certain from some of the memories that Sean has that they're non-lethal. They're designed to incapacitate as opposed to kill.
Well, that's bully for them.
Yeah, it's a kinder, gentler, oppressive boot that is
good.
holding you down here.
Yes. This one.
But you do have one really serious problem, and that you have no idea where any of your fellow pilots happen to be.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I look around. Is there anyone in the vicinity that looks useful, friendly, or in any way sort of
Useful, yes. Friendly, not so much. They are all obviously other inmates, and
But
much like Sean, seem to be in here for, well, kind of the same thing. These are potential pilots or avatars, or even people that have actually been out in the metaverse and picked up powers or abilities of their own.
I see. But these powers that this person I've been inhabiting now, they haven't been muted in any way, have they? Or just
There were attempts to do so, but there have been no conclusive methods to completely stop them.
Interesting. Is there anything that enhances these powers that I'm aware of? That
Not
he's
so
aware of?
far, but it seems that this Sean Cassidy fellow has been rather lazy about anything like that. It worked, so
Yeah, so why?
he's a very minimal effort, maximum reward
I
kind
see,
of person.
I see. All right, so I probe these powers and see if any of my my intellect can kind of spark some interest in how I may increase them a bit to help me in my current situation.
You can't really think of anything, especially, with you in the driver's seat, not even
Right.
knowing exactly how these powers work.
And I'm thinking of this shown person. If I were to give him a little bit of back it up a bit, as they would say, would he play well? Can I tell?
It's hard to say. He does seem to have the shared interest with you, but being in a prison is not a place he wants to be. But there's also the what happens if he gets out. It's just another international manhunt. Problems, maybe shot and killed. At least here he's relatively safe. And if he's really good, they'll let him go over to the minimum security side in a few years. Which, hey, now that we're talking about, let's meet the next two individuals. Sam Stevens is in the body of Deborah Cross, perhaps the most depressed individual in this entire internment camp.
Oh, Bob.
Yeah.
Your avatar is Daria.
Deborah has a very, very sad story. After the events of the invasion, as a CIA technician and analyst, Deborah's job was to attempt to reverse engineer some of the stuff that came over during that dimensional invasion, and accidentally activated a metapod system that sent her entire soul out into the metaverse. At the time, they thought that Deborah had hurt herself and fallen into a coma, and so her body sat in a hospital for several years. During that time period, she occupied the body of a warrior princess who shall not be named.
I'm sorry. My character sheet says queen.
Yes, sorry, warrior queen.
I just want credit for that.
Yeah, a warrior queen who shall not be named, but, did amazing yells and threw circular discs around that would knock multiple people out and could fight dozens of individuals at once. She avenged the downtrodden, righted wrongs, crusaded against evil, and was
Did she have an ambiguously pseudo-sexual relationship with a different woman?
Absolutely.
Good.
Wow, that's kind of a wonder woman.
Was an absolute badass and spent years as this person until they died horribly while doing what they do, saving people, righting wrongs,
Oh, that was in the Japan
Injustice.
season. Yeah.
and returned to her own body, having lost essentially her best friend that she'd ever had in her whole life, her closest to any family, any person she ever loved. And when she woke up, found herself in an internment camp, a place for individuals who could potentially be pilots or avatars. Now, on the positive side, the section of the internment camp, and she's in the minimal security, has shopping centers, a cinema complex, outside recreation, their own individual apartments, no curfews. The guards, as it were, keep their distance to make it not seem like a prison, but it is a prison, just a really fancy, upscale one with lots of amenities.
It's the prison Martha Stewart went to.
One of those when they flip your cell, they're like, "Do I have permission to search your room?"
Yes.
And then they listen to your answer.
And then they clean it when they're done.
Yeah, there's cleaning services. I mean, it's rather nice, but you still don't get to leave. You still have any contact with the outside world heavily monitored, and your best friend is still very, very dead.
Yeah, super dead.
Yeah, which you got to experience firsthand. So, not having the greatest time of it. Now, Vector Rains is in the body of Mike Mitchell, former Air Force test pilot, astronaut, physicist, all-round patriot, one of the first individuals to volunteer for the U.S. government's Metapilot program before the council stepped in and ordered all individuals who are potentially pilots or avatars to be secured in camps for the protection of mankind. Which Mike understood and accepts. It's until they find a way to prevent anyone from just hopping in your body and taking it over, well, you've got all the citizens of your country first, but the rest of the world to look out for as well. Terrible things happened during the invasion. Millions of people died, and that can't be repeated. And hey, this camp isn't so bad. You get to watch the newest release movies when they come out. You have your own apartment. You don't pay any bills.
It's a nice life, guys. I saw Space Jam 13 times.
And, she's been really quiet, but there's this really, really beautiful lady you've seen around the recreational area that you've been chatting up for a while. Really seems down, but doesn't ever seem to mind when you sit with her.
I don't know what your problem is, Deborah, but would you like another cappuccino?
Well, I don't have anything better to do.
And let's go ahead and see where you guys are at on the slider real quick.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's someplace sexy.
Mid cappuccino.
All right, for Sam Stevens, we're going to put you in the middle. You get a bit of both. And for Vector and Mike, we're going to go full pilot. It's all Vector Rains.
Well,
a slight change.
that cappuccino just turned into an indecent proposal.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you seem a little down, Deb.
Need you to give me a minute.
I'll give you all the time you want.
You're in a prison? You don't even want to really call it that, Vector. I mean, you've been at resorts before in the past that are not as nice as this
You
prison
say as you
is.
walk down the breezeway past the Sharper Image store.
Yeah.
Oh, prison.
I mean,
I
the only
do
way you
need a
know
new
is that you can
TV.
see the fence line in the distance, and over there a ways, it looks like there's like a high security facility area, maybe where they house people who aren't as great as this Mike Mitchell guy, who definitely doesn't want to leave, feels this patriotic duty to stay here in a prison.
I don't like being confined, but if you're going to be confined, do it in style. I need a new TV for my cell, though. What do they have at the Sharper Image store?
Everything.
Excellent. I get the newest, biggest thing.
You can even actually pretend to use a debit card if you want to have that outside world experience, but nothing costs any money in the internment camp.
Say hey to the cashier. Just walk out with my new TV. You know.
Most of the jobs are done by other people in the internment camp who want to pretend that they're living a normal life. So they go to work and have days off.
Awkward. Because every day's day off when you're here. Ain't that right, Dad? No? All right.
The
Still.
PA system goes off. This is Administrator Patrick speaking, letting you know that we're going to have new movies this Friday at the cinema. Make sure to enjoy yourselves. And have a great day.
God, I hate that guy.
I wonder what they're going to have.
Can't wait to pull off his head.
Well, I'm going to start looking around for video recording equipment.
Yeah, there's, scattered surveillance cameras here and there, but it's really hard to call this place secure. I mean, judging by the other people you see in this minimum side of it, most of them are here voluntarily. It wouldn't take a whole lot to make a break for the fence line. Who knows what happens if you do, but it's not like there's guards everywhere, and you don't see any guards nearby. Like, they don't patrol this area. They just seem to electronically monitor it. Maybe out by the fences, or maybe beyond they might have guard posts. Definitely over in that high security area, you can see there's like watchtowers and
Where the
fencing
psychos
and barbed
are.
wire, and yeah, it looks pretty ominous over there. But over here, not so much. I mean,
I'm going to go back to Sharper Image.
oh yeah, it's
And
nice.
I'm going to... Hey, I'm thinking about starting like some mini videos. Maybe like just, documenting my life. I'm going to put it on somewhere. I need printers, photo paper, a couple of cameras, just...
Laser pointers.
Right this way.
Okay, thank you.
Get
thank
laser
you.
pointers.
And the staff starts showing you around. Anatoly, you've rolled up this mattress. You've set up the blanket over it. It almost looks like there's someone sleeping under it. I mean, it might fool the camera. It wouldn't fool anybody who has 2 brain cells. But hey,
Then good.
it should be perfect. A Cretan working for the prison industrial complex.
Yep. So, these cameras, are they, how modern are they? Are they digital? Or
Definitely digital.
Okay, excellent. So, normally, I have the ability to scrounge any item at least once, and I always get the same item. It's always this knife, because I
Yeah.
love this knife. Today, I'm just going to get my Omni tool.
Okay.
Nothing like a little space age technology to, maybe mess with the prison a little bit. I'd like to find a way to hack into the camera or the computers through the camera so I can get the layout of the prison and figure out what the sections are, where other prisoners are kept.
Excellent. Do you have the hacking skill? Do either of you have the hacking
That's a
skill?
great question. Anatoly does not.
That's
No.
a big surprise.
He thinks computers are for throwing at people, it looks like.
Yeah, that fits. What
But-
about Jonamox?
Jonomox, on the other hand, it does have a hacking of 8.
All right, can I get a D8 and a D6 from Jonamox?
And I get a
Man.
+1 from the tool.
Ah, which is offset by the -1 of being in the middle.
Exactly, yeah, it works out well for me. Come on, that's something other than 2 1s. Hey, those are
Hey,
great.
6, 8.
That's awesome, because I wasn't trying to...
Hey.
And again, oh wow, yeah, you get right into the system using that tool. You can all personnel files, all inmate files.
Excellent. Does it
a
have
prison layout?
pilot and avatar levels next to inmate names?
It does.
Okay, so I'm gonna rule out anything that is 3 or that is 1, 2, or 4 or 5.
That narrows it down, but that still leaves a couple hundred.
That's fine. A couple hundred is easy. I just gotta see them, and if I'm gonna be getting around this place, I want to know where I'm going ahead of time.
You're in the triple max section,
Yeah.
according to what you got here, which is the highest security area.
Uh-huh,
The
uh-huh.
guards here are not armed with non-lethal methods. They're
Yeah.
armed with
They've got
lethal
the
weapons.
guns and what have you.
According to the little records, the other inmates housed in triple max are other people that are extraordinarily dangerous, like Anatoly, people who can kill with their hands, with their minds, or maybe energy blasts, or a variety of other terrible and horrible things. None of them known as nice people.
Okay. Well, I mean, I still should check there first. Get eyes on all the inmates one way or another if I can. But I need to be, a little sneakier about it. I can't just, walk around this place because the door is locked.
Oh, you did hack in well enough, though, that you can go through their surveillance system right now, too, and look at individuals.
Ooh. Does my pilot site work over cameras? I don't know how that works.
You don't know. You've never tried it.
Well, I'm going to right now.
All right, you begin cycling through. What's your smarts?
Oh, that's a great question also.
You can use either.
I'm going to use Jonomox's then.
Okay.
No reason.
Anatoly's not that smart?
No, he's got a 6. I mean, he's average, but I got an 8 with Jonomox, and
All right.
that is the magic number that I always fail on, so let's use that.
Let's take an 8 and a 6 then. Hey, even with the -1, that's a 4. It only takes you about 15 minutes of cycling through, and you do in fact find that yes, your pilot site works perfectly well, and a camera. Something about that. I think maybe you should be aware of that. Maybe it might be a good idea to note that for the future, or maybe if somebody else happens to be watching you. But yeah, you find your companions. 2 of them are in a sharper image.
Okay.
And one of them is using the workout equipment, but really checking out all the guards and guard towers. They're just making it look like they're doing a workout.
Does it say what their names are and what cells they belong to? Like when it...
It says a cell for a Sean Cassidy, but it says apartment numbers for Deborah Cross and Mike Mitchell.
Great, I'll just write them down. And it's time for me to blow this pop stand.
How are you going to do that?
Vents. Vents.
So you're going to...
Gaseous, I think, is probably the way to go. Liquid.
You're going to shape change.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to do it.
No
and it's
way
gonna
this
be...
could possibly
No, it's
go
going to
wrong.
be amazing. You don't even know. It's
Never
going to
been
be
bad.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be so awesome.
Best shapeshifter in the system.
And what do you
I'm
got
best shapeshifter in this whole game, on this whole show.
True.
Oh, there's not a filter on that.
What do you have for your focus skill to do that with?
Let me make sure it hasn't gotten leveled up at all ever. Oh wait, still has never been leveled up, not once since the show started.
Man, somebody is really mean to you.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is, but when I find out, yeah, here we go.
D8 and
Eights.
D6? Okay.
True to... Oh, it was close.
The wild die saves me. It's the only thing that ever does.
That's a success with the raise. Yeah, you are able to turn into gas and pipe yourself into the ventilation system.
That's how I get it.
Yeah.
And,
Of course, you had to go bathroom humor.
yeah,
You
it
just
wasn't.
passed gas. Like what?
What?
That's not bathroom humor. I don't just fart in the bathroom. I do it everywhere. I'm doing it right now.
Can confirm.
Yeah, that's... You need to change your diet.
Put your
Yeah.
pants back on.
I know, just eggs seems weird,
Right.
but lots of protein.
Add some
Eggs in the
cabbage to
kimchi.
that.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Love you guys. I guess I'm going to go find the guy who's in his cell or the guy who's at the workout equipment first because the other two seem to be together already, which is amazing.
It doesn't take too long. You got to work your way through the vents and then outside into the open air, leaving the triple max section, headed towards medium security, just floating along. Completely invisible, propelled by the wind and your own force of will.
This is not as hard as I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's not terrible. And hey, on the plus side, the avatar and Anatoly is like ecstatic
He's
about
like-
being outside in the air.
I can't believe this was so easy.
And has all kinds of really terrible ideas going through his head of how he
no.
could use this shape-shifting power.
Yeah.
There's some really, really foul thoughts circulating.
I'm going to remind him gently that that's not the way that the bleed works. He's the meat this time, and he better listen.
He's the meat.
Yeah. You drift
Yeah,
down to where you're fairly certain it's Warren that's occupying Sean Cassidy, but you're not 100% certain.
I come floating into wherever room he's in.
Oh, I smell Jonah Mox.
I seem to recall Christian saying something about getting away from the Bork filter. Instead, you get to be Anatoly all night tonight. #MoveX5.
Damn.
All right, going full pilot. to full avatar over there, all the way to avatar. So we picked 5. Well, it only takes one of those 5 to move you to full avatar, which also spontaneously ends that shape change.
So I'm in the vents when this happens? You're not even going to...
No, you are you go from floating next to poor Sean Cassidy to standing next to Sean Cassidy.
Bloody hell!
No way this can possibly go wrong.
Nope.
No.
Wow, you guys really want to kill them, don't you?
I'll be fine. What did he do?
He bought 5 reorders, seemingly in advance to keep Anatoly running.
Oh, I mean-
Lumiere hates you, I guess.
No, that's been established.
Yeah.
As long as he uses his money to hate me, I'm good with it.
He also used
I used to
words.
date that way as well.
Words and
Also
money.
used words, of course, yeah.
Don't worry, there's no way you just, damned them all to die horribly in Metaverse Prime.
Nah, it's fine.
I'm not too worried about it, and here's why.
I'm
Personality reorder only works when you use it on me.
That's true.
So if you've used it on me once, so now
Yep.
you're down 1, right?
Yep, I still got 4 in the store.
Great.
I'll save them.
Super. Do it. Okay, so I'm standing there.
You're now standing there. You got to do the psst part, and then poof, you're there.
And perhaps, my friend, you should hide under this bench.
I hit him.
Oh no!
What is your fighting score? You can use either
12.
sheet. All right, we'll take a D12.
Had a plan and you fucked it up.
I didn't fuck it up. Not my fault, man.
Take a 12 and a 6.
I have to fight my way out of here now. That's on you.
What is your parry, Sean? Or in fact, Warren, you'd be using your
Warren's
parry.
Where's
There's 3 towards the top.
Oh, there, right in the middle. 6.
I can tank this show
You have
right
struck
now.
Benny for our team.
Okay, a couple of bennies. That can compensate.
But those don't shift me, and I don't want to waste bennies.
It's true. It could just,
You need them for shapeshifting later.
I don't need to shapeshift. Instead, I will break game.
Anatoly doesn't shapeshift at all.
He doesn't.
What was your parry?
6.
6. Yeah. So that's going to hit a moment ago. You heard that. Psst. Then there was a large, clearly Russian individual covered in tattoos next to you who punches you in the face.
Oh, no, in the chest.
The chest?
Because he's sitting at like a weight bench, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I punch him in the chest. I'm pushing whole weight bench back into wall. Starting Riot. Here we go.
What is your strength?
Oh,
Anatoly?
D12 plus 2. Superhuman strength.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I can throw a car.
Oh yeah. You and the weight bench are suddenly against the wall. Weights clatter. There are a few shouts.
I like
Eyes
this.
turn and look.
Let's get out of here.
What do you do?
So sorry,
The
by
tension in the air is rising. There are a lot of inmates looking at each other. Perhaps old rivalries about to flare up. Oh, what do you do?
What do you do? Do I know? Can I figure out that this is someone friendly, or do I take it as an actual attack?
Well, Warren, you can see that vague outline. Clearly, this Anatoly is
and-
being piloted by someone.
Ah,
You're not
yes, indeed.
sure who. It could be any one of your friends, or it could be somebody different, but that would be really unlikely that it's not one of your friends on the Reliables crew.
All right, well then I look him square in the eye, give a wink, and throw a punch.
What is your fighting score, sir?
Fighting, yes, for Warren is an 8.
All right, let's take a D8 and a D6 going against Anatoly's parry score. Oh, that 8 just aced.
Oh, dang.
And that beats my parry score right there. Yeah. That's a
Oh, it
that's
is
a raise. That's a hit with a raise.
perfect punch. What is your
You like to dance?
what is Sean's strength?
Oh, Sean's strength. What? There we go. Then it's an 8.
All right, let's roll a D8. Going against Anatoly's toughness.
Luckily, he didn't make me roll damage against you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you were pushing him. That's what I got from that.
Yeah.
That's what we're
So
calling
4 damage going against your toughness. What's Anatoly's toughness?
12.
Okay, it is a light tap. The question I want to ask you is, do you sell it?
Huh? Oh. Do I know him? Oh, wait, he's part of the group, right? Okay, yeah, no, ow, my head, you have punched it very hard.
Fly into the guard, you idiots.
Oh, this one? Oh, no. I'm going to grab one of the guards by his face and just in the air.
And at that point, all hell breaks loose. The two of you are in the sharper image when, in the distance, you can hear the
Sorry, I had a way
klaxon
better plan than
sounds
this.
from the high security section. Something clearly is going on. Perhaps another riot.
God,
The third one this week.
so tired of. Well, you know, we may have a problem.
Yeah.
So, my plan had been to convince Mike that this was a good idea.
Well, Deb doesn't give a damn.
Okay, well, cool.
So
Cool. Mike is still resisting,
Honey
but
badger.
I will get him to submit.
well, does he know that there's a secret plot against the American government?
He didn't believe me when I said it. So,
I'm
but now that there's another person,
CIA secret plot against the American government.
he's a little more on board.
Okay.
We'll have to play it by ear.
Don't worry, the evidence will stack up. He's a smart guy.
Yeah, really smart.
Which
Like-
is weird, given the mustache situation.
Okay, one, I like it. So there's nothing against this mustache,
Okay,
Deb.
okay. Well,
So we have a problem. There's a riot going on
yeah,
that coincidentally started right when we got here.
yeah, not suspicious.
So I had planned on using some of this electronics. I'm just gonna walk away from the cart and just
Okay.
leave it there.
I had
You can
planned
handle
a
it,
lot of
Joey.
things,
So
But
I
we
think-
let the audience play, so.
So here's what I think. I think that if you can give me a boost, then I can get into either a vent or a drop ceiling and find their locker rooms and snag us a couple uniforms.
okay, I
And
like
then
what
we can
you're
just
doing.
walk out here. I had a whole diversion plan that was going to happen first, but apparently we don't have time.
We don't need one. A riot is a diversion plan. friend.
So
I've been through my share. It's
just, you know,
people's distracted. Like, I mean, I don't even see any guards here. Oh wait, that's right.
yeah.
Leave.
So we just can, if we can get a hold of a couple of uniforms, I think
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
just walk out.
We could try. What's the word? What are they gonna do? Just send us back to ourselves? It's fine. Mike has been filling me in about the spa he has, and I don't blame him.
Yeah.
So why don't we get you to a space where you can shimmy?
Okay.
So your plan is to grab some uniforms?
Yes. Find some kind of behind-the-scenes locker room situation. Grab some uniforms.
All right, we're going to run this as two separate concurrent dramatic tasks. A riot and a
good.
uniform grab.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's start with our boys in the prison riot. The prison riot has just started. There are punches being thrown. Guards are rushing in with their subdual and incapacitation weapons, attempting
Ah,
to stop this. Now, these aren't your run-of-the-mill shields and batons. These are, weapons that fire shock blasts and the like, because they're dealing with individuals with, well, like yourselves, with powers. Which also means this prison riot isn't like a normal prison riot with people just beating each other or stabbing each other with shanks. There are people that, are hurling weight benches across the place or blasting fire from their hands and other ridiculous, crazy things. So tell me what skill you're going to use and why it's relevant and what your overall plan is.
Well, my overall plan doesn't involve a dramatic task, so I'll go last.
Okay.
I have a very specific thing I'm going to do, and it involves me spending bennies.
Okay. Well, we can absolutely deal with that. Then I'll ask yourself there, Warren.
it sounds like what I want to do doesn't really matter, does it?
It might.
Oh, it totally will. I just got
Anything might help in this situation.
we got to salvage some sort of the plan somehow.
Well, I guess my thoughts right off of is I can use just my fighting skills, of which I am quite Quite the parry man, I tell you that. And disarm one of these gents with their weapons and use that to get out. Or, my second thought is I could give this Sean just a bit of rope and see if he can kick up his psionic powers to maybe do a little scanning.
Well, what are you gonna
Pop
go
goes
with?
the weasel, so they say.
I didn't know they say that, and so what are we gonna go with?
I'm gonna go and try and get Sean to jump on board and join the fray just a wee bit. Challenge him a bit to use these powers of his that he's never really pushed to the maximum to see if we can't maybe make a little confetti.
All right, I have no idea what any of that means, other than you want to spend a
He
Benny
wants
to
to turn
move.
off somebody's brain.
You wanna
Blow up the
spend?
head actually. With
Yeah, I know.
Do you want to
wants-
spend a store Benny or a personal Benny to move yourself on the slider?
we will stand in the store, Benny.
All right, spending a store Benny, that's going to put you in the middle.
Cool. I'm going to use the other two of those to go on the.
Okay,
right.
so all three store Bennies are now spent.
Yep.
So what exactly is Sean going to do here? Tell me what this confetti. You really want to turn someone's brain off? Is that what we're going for?
Not just off, but actually into pudding. Like full psionic, like
You
blah.
want to turn somebody's brain into pudding.
Explosive pudding, if that works well. I mean, if he's got psionic powers, let's go ahead and turn that crank up a bit. And I mean, the man's never really challenged himself. The man needs to man up and blow up some heads.
He's essentially using a Benny to use a power that he doesn't have. It's totally.
Yeah. What's your psionic skill for Sean?
Psionic for Sean is I should have one of these. There it is, right there. It is an 8.
All right, let's take a D8 and a D6 as you attempt to explosively turn someone's brain into pudding.
Oof.
Yeah, that's not gonna do so great.
Well,
Do
then
you
I
want
punched
to
them.
keep that?
You can use a personal Benny to
You
reroll.
could use a
Let's
personal.
reroll. Let's use a personal Benny. This should
All
work,
right.
damn it.
I want pudding.
It worked the
All
last
right,
time with
let's
the
go ahead and
knife.
re-roll
Come
that.
on now. Come on, dice.
See if we can do slightly better.
There we
Hey,
go.
5
There we
and a
are.
1, even with the -1, a 4 is a basic success. It's less pudding and more you bruise the brain in this
Oh, God.
particular case.
That's still bad.
But the effect is still rather catastrophic. They appear to be seizing. This
Ah, good,
particular
well then.
guard does just
Hey,
collapse.
take his toys.
It seems to function somewhat like a shotgun,
Excellent.
but fires a short-range electro-based projectile that seems to have a similar effect to a taser, just a bit more juice to it.
Well then, we'll make use of that coming up.
All right, the two of you.
Okay.
What skill do you think is relevant to finding a way to locate some of these uniforms, as it were? And you can be as elaborate as you want. It's a dramatic task. You can even do multiple skill tests at a multi-action penalty if you want to really go out on a limb.
Well, I'm going to have to be lifting her up, so I'm going to use athletics for that.
So you're going to use some physical ability.
Do some physical ability, and then I am going to do my best to make a distraction and be like, oh my goodness, let's go look at the window. We can see what's going on in that other area to get everyone.
So
to-
athletics and persuasion, then.
Yeah.
Okay. You're multi-acting, so you're going to be at a -2 to that, but you
Yeah.
still are get to make both of those. What do you have for athletics? Let's
For
see
my
how that works.
athletics, I have a D10.
All right, let's take a D10 and a D6. -2 for the multi-action. A 2 and a 3. You're just going to be a little bit shy.
I will be using a personal Benny.
All right.
Nope.
Back your head up, dude. You're freaking me out, James. Just back it up like 5 inches. It looks like you're trying to smell his armpits
Just,
every
just
time
get
you're
in
there.
there.
I don't know. I kind of like this.
I don't.
Hey!
No.
Maybe I can sit forward. That'll help.
Look, one of
Come
these
on,
days, Leo's going to learn how to work the cameras right, and this won't be an issue anymore.
One of these days we'll have enough cameras to do the right thing,
Mhm.
and I'll have my cameras working.
That
Damn
sounds like
straight.
something it sounds like you're relying on management for something, and we all know that with this company, that's not
Is that the
something you should
reroll?
do.
Is that 4 and 3, the
Yes,
reroll?
this is the reroll.
You didn't do any better on that reroll.
This is for lifting. This is kind of integral to our plan, so I'm going to use another one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any chance you could lift yourself, Sam? Why is this all on me?
I think we need John Mox, so a hashtag system shock is in order to semi-block Looney's dastardliness situation normal forked up.
Oh,
You know, I just spent 2 bennies to go full pilot, and that's what you did? Oh, man.
I appreciate it.
It's
Boo.
been,
No
it's been
way,
3
it's
years.
doing
You
great.
think they would get better at this over time.
Well, we haven't, so
Dinner
why would
time.
they?
That's true. No, seriously, can you try to do a pull-up, Sam? This is really hard. You are fatter than you look. You gotta start nagging right away.
Are you using that right now?
Wow. No, I'm not.
Okay, because like I just spent 2 bennies for nothing. I haven't even done anything with it yet.
Store Benny's
No.
gone.
It would
Can
only
I-
be inconvenient.
May I have the round?
It would only be inconvenient for you, and I need it to be inconvenient for everyone when I system shock. Otherwise, it's not as much, or at least like 3/4 of the group.
Fair.
All right, one more Benny, personal.
One more personal Benny.
We gotta get this. This is important.
Let's go ahead and re-roll that, as now you have spent 3 of your personal bennies
Yup.
total. Yeah, 3 of your personal bennies total.
All right.
Hey, you got a basic success in
Hey,
there. And
lifted you up.
somehow I'm still here.
I know, yeah, I know. It's weird because you're the same height and you lean in 6 inches and it looks like you're like trying to suck him off. And it's weird. I don't like watching it.
Or awesome.
However,
Not on TOS. Our TOS does not allow for that.
Fair.
Believe me, I've tried.
but check out our
The last time I
OnlyFans.
tried to give somebody a BJ on screen.
That's it.
Wrong show, guys. Wrong show.
Oh,
Stop it.
what show is anyway?
Anyway.
What's
The one
right
that people
show?
watched.
Woof.
Ooh, that sucks.
All right,
I
that's still a basic success.
sweet. I'm moving on to my persuasion to get people to notice me.
And what is your persuasion skill?
It is a D6.
All right, a D6 and a
No, wait, I'm a
D6.
liar. It's a D8.
Okay, a D8 and a D6. Also at -2 because you're
Also
multi-active.
-2, but I'm okay with it because we got this. I am a distracting guy. That
Wow,
6
that's 6
explodes.
ace. So,
Very
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a success with a raise. So while you struggle to let Deborah cross up to get in, you have no problem drawing the attention of every store employee and every person nearby to go gather around and look out this window.
Look at this window. This fine yet rustic architecture.
Sam, what have you got for us?
So I want to use Sam's common knowledge skill to sort through what Deb knows about like where guards go and what she's learned in her time here to figure out where the locker rooms are.
That is brilliant. What do you have for a common knowledge skill?
So that's a D10.
All right, let's take a D10 and a D6. 6 aces.
Good.
Becomes a 7. That's one more success. You know, despite being completely and horribly clinically depressed, Deborah is really observant and has noted, you know, a lot about these guards' routines and employee routines, particularly the fact that the ones that are guards make every effort to not appear as though they're in guards in this section of things. Yeah, they don't carry any obvious weapons. They try and blend in regular people close, but they're here. They're watching. They're part of it. And their key component are these little bracelets that they wear that give them coded access to these doors. It won't help someone in the medium or maximum security sections where they tend to wear the uniforms and everything, but for getting in and out, it is really helpful. And you're pretty sure that you know where to find some and are able to scramble up through this roof and locate a locker room to secure these kinds of devices.
I want
Now-
the ones that are on the charger, not the ones that some asshole left next to the charger.
Smart.
Just to be clear.
Smart. Now, you were wanting to operate independently of this dramatic task and had moved yourself into full Jonah Mox.
Yeah. My plan, because I only got to do half of it, was grabbing the guard. The other half is I'm pulling him around the corner away from the camera and then switching places with him.
You're going to become the guard.
I'm going to become the guard.
And what are you going to do with the guard once you become the guard?
I'm going to take his uniform off of him and give it to
That was my plan.
Warren
all along.
Winston Williams. I don't need his uniform. Mine just turns into it. Like, I don't know if you know this, but I'm naked right now.
You know, we can absolutely do that. And in fact, we'll just use it as using your focus role as your part of the dramatic test.
Great,
That's
I'd
for
be happy to do
shape-changing.
it that way. That sounds
Correct?
fine.
Shape-changing.
Shape-changing is a skill that I supposedly have.
You got a D8 and a D6 for it, right?
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a D8 and a D6.
dramatic task music.
Yeah.
It is. It's very dramatic.
Don't
Hey, a
apologize
4
for
is
it.
a
It's real
basic
good.
It
success.
sure is.
And since you're full Jonamox, you've got no penalty on that.
Hey.
It's true.
You are able to become this guard who, in the brief moment before you render him unconsciousness, has a terrified and surprised look on his face as he is looking at himself.
Sorry, bud.
And then is unconscious
Sleep
and
time.
promptly naked. We will continue this dramatic task into another round and see what happens here with your escape plans.
There were finger quotes on that. I don't know if you guys saw the finger quotes around escape, but there were finger quotes.
Oh, I thought it was around plans.
Okay,
Yes.
well, that one would be less
Yes,
terrifying.
Yes, and yes. So you've got a uniform.
Uh-huh.
You look like a guard.
Uh-huh.
All hell is breaking loose. What's the next step here?
It's me, dude.
Ah, jolly good. I couldn't tell from the smell of cabbage. Excellent.
Way to bring it back.
So, shall we vamos from this place?
Yeah, indeed. So I'm going to attempt to get him the uniform without anybody seeing. I'll use the thievery
sorry,
skill
vamos.
for that.
All right, going to use thievery. And what about yourself? How are you going to participate in this?
I'm going to put on the uniform that he gives me. That's what I'm going to do there.
And
And then I'm going to say, so what's the rest of the plan then? Now I look like a guard.
so you've got no
me-
ability to help out with this deception at all. You can't think of
Oh,
a single
no, I've
skill or
got-
trait you have
Oh,
that
no,
could
I'm not-
help out with deceiving people.
Oh, I'm going to use my persuasion. I'm going to go ahead. I've got my shocky bits. I'm going to pick up a shield. Look like I'm going to wrangle this bastard. I'm going to subdue you and take you out of here.
He looks
Also
like
a
a
guard.
guard.
Right, we're going to wrangle one of these bastards. I
Together.
thought that man's an idiot. So, now that I've got my uniform on, we look like guys. Let's take one of these chaps.
This
Oh,
unconscious
let's
naked
take
guy?
this and say, oh, we've subdued one. Let's take him to
So persuasion then?
persuasion.
All right then.
Okay.
And a little bit of the psionics because I control people's minds and I can make them convinced. These can
Hey, we had a plan.
There was a very good plan, I say.
I literally wrote
But we
it
keep
down and
letting
then
the
crossed
kids
half
play.
of it out.
Yeah, no way that anyone messed up this thing
You
at all.
punched the plan right out of me.
Hey, we could probably extend this into 4 episodes instead of
Oh,
just 2.
yeah. The longest prison break.
What do I look
ever.
like, Matt Bansel?
No.
Ooh.
No. No, you do not.
Didn't think so. All right, so we'll take a thievery from you. What do you got for thievery, gentlemen?
Oh, only a D8. Oh, wait, no, I'm Jonomox. I'm 100% Jonomox now, huh?
Yep, only Jonamox. Anatoly sheet is off limits.
Oh, man, only a D10 plus 1.
All right, D10 and a D6, adding 1. Hey, a 6 is still gonna be a success.
It sure is.
Yeah, it's a good one at that. So we're gonna add that to our list of successes, and then a persuasion roll from you. Whose sheet do you want to use for persuasion? Warren's or Sean's? You're in the middle, so you can have either one.
They're both a 4, so not so much good with the persuasion.
Uh-oh.
But my I'll tell you what though. There, I'm sweating bullets. Let's just use the Ooh, what did it got here?
Just because you're sweating bullets doesn't mean you can use your shooting score.
Damn it!
Puns have counted as logic before.
Wait, that's true.
No, I think we use our survival of Winston. He's gonna know exactly what to say to this guy, but to survive the situation.
I love it.
And my survival's 10 plus 2.
I totally would have gave you a penny for that.
Screw it. I'll allow it. Give me a 10. and a
We're
6.
working it.
Yeah, that's going to be a 10. Success with a raise. Sure, it makes sense. And I don't know how. I don't even want to go into how it possibly could. We're not going to explain it. We're not going to narrate it. It happened somehow. It works. Somehow.
Merc says this is how they run Demon Hunters. I'm like, this is how everybody runs Demon Hunters. Right? That's the game.
If it works, it works.
Yeah, great. Yeah, so that happened.
Yay!
You begin making your way through the complex with your unconscious man in underwear. Nice job, guys.
Being guards, you know.
Guards!
All guards just say hup hup.
That's true.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're carrying a guy. We got a
He's
shield.
naked.
You know.
I got a spiky, sparky bit.
Yeah.
Hop, 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 hop.
Welcome to the Reliables on the Zombie Orpheus Entertainment channel on Twitch.
I believe the line is, "This is my cat."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Hey.
Every once in a while, we just shock him just for fun.
Oh, no.
Mike, what about the two of you? Hang on, you were able to secure yourself some bracelets, the charged ones, no less.
Excellent. So I'm gonna shimmy back over
Okay.
to where I was and check and see if he's still got them distracted.
They're all looking out the window. He's not.
Fabulous.
Look
Okay.
at these bricks.
He's left them behind. Like, did the whole, everyone look!
So I'm just gonna like re-enter this situation with these bracelets in my pocket and look at wherever they're looking. I guess. Just what is?
They're all staring over towards the prison section where the klaxons are sounding.
Where a
from.
dude just flew up in the air.
Oh, yeah.
This
And,
is
well, that was an
crazy.
explosion. Yeah, that was definitely an explosion, and that is those subdual weapons, those shotguns. Those are definitely going off in the distance. You can hear those. A lot of them going off. Yeah,
Do I notice that Sam has returned?
yeah.
All right.
What kind of skills are we using from here, and what is the next stage of your plan?
I'm gonna put one of those bracelets on, and then I am going to just pretend like I'm one of the plainclothes guards.
Okay.
I'm just gonna walk out and go look for where they the minimum security meets medium security.
Oh my
So I
God,
can-
we're heading over to where minimum security meets
Right?
medium security. That's where we were headed.
It's I
Kismet.
figured.
It's like, yeah, so the other two are over there, and they're already together, or at least they were a few
Oh,
minutes
we
ago.
should head over there then.
So I'm gonna look for whatever outfits are different in the medium/heavy security. So just gonna.
Notice then.
All right. My
What have you got for notice?
is a D6.
All right, let's take a D6 and a D6. Hey, a 4 is a basic success.
That's all I need.
You know, it seems like initially. What's that?
This is probably time for you to switch me back now.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I was going to get to
those
that.
are just for
One second.
me. So
One
He-
second, we're going to get there.
he
Don't
bought
worry.
all those just for me.
Suffer, Anatoly.
Well, plus, I kind of wanted to make sure to do it repeatedly over the entire arc that you're in.
I'm not going to
as well,
keep changing
so.
back. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to let those go to waste
No.
unless you use them on me.
Oh, I'm gonna in a second. Don't worry, we're gonna get there. Just give me a minute to make this work, all right? Yeah. Well, initially there isn't a tremendous amount of difference. In fact, there seems to be a lot of carryover between the two different groups of guards. But they go into a sort of building where they change into uniforms if they're going to be operating in the maximum security and medium security sections.
Okay. So
And
then-
they do tend to share some facilities, like they have their own cafeteria facilities where all of the guards use together. But hey, these bracelets get you into the communal areas. It won't get you into medium or maximum security itself, but it gets you into adjoining facilities.
So go into those facilities, look and see if any of the guards are like rushing around, looking like they need to go assist in this. And I will be like, Sam, here's how we gotta play this. We are going to follow them in. Just that simple.
Okay, but then we can't get out.
Well, what if we go into their barracks and get some of their things? Or we just trip one of them and take their bracelets or whatever they need. Oh no, in this rush, I pushed you over and lifted your pocket watch / bracelet. I'm just saying. I mean, do you have a different suggestion, Sam?
Well, I was gonna let you do whatever it is that you were gonna do while I identified the actual exit.
There
so
we
that
go.
Ah!
I like
go
how we're
faster
thinking.
once you get into here with them.
So so you were trying to find an actual exit. So while you were looking for these communal areas and join overs, and you're looking for a way out.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you have for notice?
I have
So much.
10 plus 2.
Oh my! Let's do a D10 and a D6. Only adding 1 because you're in the middle.
Oh no, I'm only amazing.
I mean, that one.
That'll
really
get you
helped.
there.
Even
Yeah.
that 3 becomes a 4, which is still a success because that's how good Sam
Gonna
is. at it.
Save my bennies for something life-threatening, which I'm sure is
Like
coming
shape-changing?
soon. Yeah, if I ever need to shape change, I definitely want bennies ready.
True.
Well, you happen to spot a few potential ways out. I mean, there is emergency medical vehicles on hand to transport anyone who happens to have a medical emergency off-site, because they do have general practitioners here. In the event of traumatic injuries, they are not prepared for it and need to move
And
people
what
to
do
hospitals.
ambulance drivers wear? Just curious.
They tend to be just some of the plainclothes individuals like you who
Well,
operate.
boy, howdy, do I already check that box. Let's get ourselves an ambulance.
All right, you have secured yourself an ambulance.
See, sometimes it's nice to be able to check a box, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is nice.
I also want the keys to that ambulance so that you're not a dick to me later. Just,
Fair enough.
for clarity.
That was the right thing to say, right there.
Make sure you get an ambulance with gas too, just in case.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
This is one that's been
Gas,
refueled and
uh-huh.
cleaned
Yeah,
recently.
it has
No
gas
flat
and you have
tires.
the keys. I won't use those
Thank you.
against you
Thank you.
yet.
Ah.
Now let's flash back to our two. Let's go ahead and use 2 of those personality reorders and push you all the way back over into Anatoly.
I deserve it.
Yep.
Hop, 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 hop.
Anatoly!
What? I still look like a guard.
It's slowly shifting away.
It's not going to last long.
His face changing.
You seem to be
the
naked, sir.
uniform changing.
Up, up faster.
It's a really unpleasant thing to see.
I'm fine. Don't wear a still gun. Okay, I better grab shirt. I'll hide behind the shield. Hop, hop, hop,
It
hop,
seems
hop,
you're rather
hop.
naked now, sir.
I am. I've got the.
Can I get a D6 and a D6 roll to see if any of the other responding guards to this crisis happen to notice
I am stealthing.
the face of Anatoly melting?
They have to beat my stealth, and they
No.
didn't.
A 1 and a 2. I guess I get the low rolls today, Leo?
Yes, I'll take it. I'll take. Yeah, you still might beat me. I might not get 4.
Yeah, it's opposed, so you've got to beat a 2. What do you have for stealth?
I have an 8.
All right, an 8 and a
Nope.
6. Trying to beat a 2.
Can
Oh,
I beat
man.
a 2? Come on, buddy.
Trying to beat a 2.
Oh,
Hey!
You beat it.
Nobody's better at being
Just beat
ninja
it.
than the Bratva. Oh wait, except for the entire Japanese.
And yeah, but yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
and the American ninja, who I have heard of as well. They do the cough. Russian name though, right? Cool, do the cough.
No.
But if I met him, he would let me call him Mike, I think.
You are a rather scary individual. You could probably call anyone Mike and they wouldn't complain.
Isn't that right, Mike?
true.
But hey, you're transporting this guard. He's probably going to wake up and cause a problem later. You might as well just kill him.
Oh, you think so? Hey, look, I know that we are in this together, but should I kill this man?
I mean, just throw him in the closet there. We've got bigger things to worry about than a dead body.
You make an excellent point. I will throw him in closet. There's one in that cell up there.
What's your athletics?
12.
Take a 12 and a 6 as a guard is hurled across the grounds.
Hey, look. Go!
Yeah, it is traumatic.
You're not the smartest man, are you?
There's a terrible sound of flesh hitting metal at
Don't
high
worry.
speed.
I am not the smartest man.
Yeah, it's pretty
There's
catastrophic.
a good bounce.
Yeah, there is a good bounce and then flop. If you've managed to make some distance, you're not right where the rioting is the worst.
So-
and
I did that left-handed.
the majority of the guards in the immediate vicinity have already responded to the riot. There are more, of course, on their way, as not every guard is on duty at any given time.
It's a duty.
I love it when James throws stuff at people.
So, at this point, sir, you're rather naked. We're running away from. I'm in uniform. What are the chances that this Sean character can carry you?
Oh, I'm not
Virtually
big.
none.
I'm not that big, but you can definitely put me in armbar. You know, lead me around by elbow.
Well, I was thinking if you were injured, I could be like, medic, and we could be taking you down the whole way to get you help.
You have means to injure me?
You could act like you're injured.
Ow, my leg! Oh shit, I do that wrong. Ow, my arm? My arm! It hurts.
Probably
bad.
a bad plan.
I am enacting.
Is there any sort of egress nearby? There seems to be a signage saying fire exit stairway.
Yes, but you have the disadvantage that, the further you go in that direction, bringing someone who's clearly a prisoner with you, the more suspicion you will probably get and the more attention is generally taking them out of the facility. Not really something they do so much unless, someone happens to be catastrophically injured. That does occur to you. If you had someone catastrophically injured, they would certainly need to transport him out of here.
As you are larger than I am, perhaps I should be catastrophically injured and you could carry me outside.
But I look like prisoner. They would just take you.
Not with the uniform on. You take the uniform.
Oh, okay. Would it work better if I was catastrophically injured?
You'd still look like a prisoner. Yes, he would. I take the gun.
Yeah. Would you mind just put? Do you have any? Oh, that's just a sharp piece on it. Like pull off the end of the sight and then just start sawing it. Oh wait, I am wasting time and effort. I have the man, the little.
Yes.
Floaty man inside my head.
Yes, the floaty man.
He tries really hard.
It works.
A penny to get me halfway.
All right, spending a Benny. It's gonna have to be a personal Benny.
Yes, I know. I have a personal Benny. I carry those around. It's fun.
Okay.
I use it, and I am using shape change.
To give yourself an injury.
Well, to make it look like I've got a big gaping wound. Yeah.
All right. Let's
And make
take a
yourself
D8
smaller.
and a
would you?
D6
That'd be rather nice and carry you. Shrink up a bit.
and a D8, please. Even at -1, we still get a 6. And before your eyes, a horrible-looking wound opens.
And like it looks good because I've seen a lot of horrible wounds.
Yeah.
And caused the
very
brunt.
It even
convincing.
causes you a bit of worry for an instant. That,
Oh, my.
there's blood coming
Rather-
from it. It's graphic and
Well
terrible.
done. Medic! Medic! Running towards the door.
Give me a D6 and a D6. Let's see if someone helps out or suspects something.
Dun, dun, dun.
Going against your 6 on that shape change. We do have an exploding die there. An 11. You do get some attention, and someone does start to assist with carrying this wounded person out.
Oh my guts, they're everywhere. Oh no, my liver.
Unfortunately, right about the time you get to that egress door, they start to suspect that something isn't just quite right.
So that's the point at which my friend Sean here uses his convincing silence to convince them that there's no problem here. Go back about your business. Everything's fine here. Nothing to report.
This is not the invulnerable Russian gangster you're looking for.
All right, I'll take a psionics roll from you. What do you got for psionics?
My psionics is 8.
All right, a D8 and a D6. Okay, a 4. Now he does get to resist this with a single D6 of his own.
He can go about his business.
Unless, of course, you want to spend a Benny and re-roll those 2 4s.
We need to go ahead and re-roll.
I'm going to get a 5, so you're going to need to spend a personal Benny there to
I
re-roll
will spend that Benny.
All right, let's throw that one more time, that 8 and that 6.
This is not the Anatoly you're looking for.
Oh no.
Do you want to, spend
got
that
one more left.
last
It's
one?
just that last one. We're almost at the door.
You're so close.
This is not the Anatoly you're looking for.
Oh!
So we do it my way then?
Now you're able to push him, and he stops, thinks about it for a minute, and then realizes that you too probably are You're supposed to be a prisoner here.
And pull the trigger.
I'm gonna need a
And
fighting
I
roll.
punch
And I punch him.
Exactly.
Give me a fighting roll, Anatoly. What do you have for fighting?
I have a 12.
All right, a 12 and a 6. You're really
And I'm just-
talented at violence.
I'm doing it's a called shot right to the throat. Like right, I just don't want him to be able to like yell out. It's more of a
Also a 6 in there. We get to roll both. Now, because this attack is with the drop, that's going to be an 8, and it's going to beat their parry score. What is your unarmed damage?
oh boy, it is
Several.
D12 plus 2 plus D6.
Ow. So a D12, 2 D6s, and a 2.
His head flies
All
off down
added
the
together.
Oh, no.
And 2 of those aces.
Nope.
Oh no!
Now
Oh,
I'm
my.
specifically going non-lethal, so I don't have to worry about
Yeah, I was
killing
like,
him. But
Okay, I was
no,
going to
no.
say, making sure. Okay, so
You're
non-lethal.
gonna non-lethally crush his throat.
His head
yeah,
flies
basically
down the hallway.
I'm just giving him a quick punch, right in the sternum. Maybe I'll crack a rib or two, but I'll definitely knock all the air out of his lungs and most likely incapacitate.
Break all
Yeah,
of his
12
ribs.
Turns blue. There is the cracking of bone,
And I
and
can bring him in closer because he's carrying me, but now I'm holding him up while he's carrying me. Okay, here we go. No.
and you bypass the security gates. Right about the time that you're bypassing the security gates, where other guards are rushing in, there's an ununiformed individual with a little aura of a pilot around them. Aviator shades and a leather jacket or something? Yeah, it's
Yeah, I'm still back there.
keep your
Excellent.
range glasses on.
Yeah. Do I notice that they're?
They have pilot orders on, but one of them clearly in the uniform of a guard that has it. They're carrying a guard and making it look like it's carrying one of them, who seems to be bleeding from a horrible wound. Something just doesn't look right about the whole thing, Vector.
Ambulance! Ambulance!
This way, gentlemen. I can
Jolly
assist
good,
you.
jolly good.
As I can tell that you're in need of assistance.
Indeed, indeed.
So we are we getting over to like the back of the ambulance?
You've been maneuvering towards the ambulance, which is already up and running. Somebody's in the driver's seat of the ambulance, and what they've got that aura of a pilot around them too.
Awesome. Okay,
I'm
so
Kick open the back doors of the ambulance with like a gurney.
all right.
Roll for damage.
I imagine there's
Hits
there's
right in
still
the face.
chaos everywhere, even out
Yes.
here. I assume, right?
Yes, people
Guards
running by in both directions.
Guys,
Yeah.
right, so I'm gonna just like be as slick as I possibly can about this. All stealth, right? Nothing but stealth. But like as soon as like nobody's looking, I'm just gonna chuck that guard away. far and fast.
Just put him on the gurney
Just
and
put him on the
leave him.
gurney.
We're getting on the gurney.
We can get in the back of the ambulance.
There's a lake like over the fence. I'm aiming for the lake. I'm not trying to kill him. I'm just getting him
I
out of
think
the
you can
area.
be smart, you can be strong, but not both.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to mix them up. I'm using my stealth roll. It should be okay, guys.
Should
Okay.
be okay to hurl a body into a lake. Should be.
I'm gonna need a stealth roll and an athletics roll from you.
Yeah, multi-action penalty, I assume.
Yeah. What you got for stealth?
A D10 that I'm going to use for this.
All right, let's take a D10 and a D6. Get the
Oh,
D6
no.
in there too. Let's see how bad that is.
I'll spend a penny.
All right, spending another personal Benny there. Let's re-roll that.
Come on.
Last one.
Yeah, last penny.
Oh man.
Period. It's the last one ever.
Hey, there we go. Wow.
Wow.
Nobody saw a thing.
No.
Nope.
No.
Nobody saw a
Kobe.
thing.
The sneakiest half-court shot.
And then I threw him into a helicopter.
Oh no.
I shouldn't have said Kobe.
So the non-lethal
Ow.
blow was for.
In fact, it's so slick that you swear a moment ago there was another individual, and now there's nobody. Did you miscount?
You must have. Let's get in.
I'll drive if you don't mind.
Okay, but I get to
Actually, I'm
turn
another
on the
good
side.
driver myself if you like.
It's all you.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Also, I'm a great driver.
We're all great drivers here. I'm the best, but we're all great
Let's
drivers.
go, guys. We need someone to argue while driving
Hey,
and not before driving.
Let's see who can pee farthest. It's me. I'm just saying, it's me.
That's because you're partially made of liquid.
Go.
Yes.
Back to your... Need to prove it.
Driving.
All right, sirens on. You begin rocketing towards the gates.
Can you pretend to be a guard back there, gentlemen?
Oh yeah, I'm doing it
'Cause-
right now. Look at me, I'm a guard.
Because
I don't have like a uniform or anything.
I do have a uniform.
okay, can you pretend to be blood on his uniform?
Look, I am ripped open from.
There's literally
I have
blood on
guts.
my
I
uniform.
have guts hanging out of my body. I look dead.
I'm covered
I
with
get
his
it, but
guts.
do you look like a prisoner?
Yeah.
Here's the thing:
That's
they're going to question prisoners. They're not going to question one of their own going
Even
down.
if he's even if he's unconscious and split open
And
like
under a
fish,
sheet?
I guarantee
that we
they don't
have
care that much
A
about
sheet in the back of the ambulance, maybe.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
you. Probably not.
Probably a sheet to cover him up.
So they
As
won't
I'm putting
take me to
lactated
hospital
fingers.
even with gaping
For sure.
wounds.
We're taking you to hospital now. Like
And
we're
we
doing
have
it.
no
Exactly.
problem. I mean, they're not going to stop you from giving medical attention. This is no different country. This is
I put
still-
some needles
that's
in
true.
his
This is
body,
America.
so it looks good. Just
Listen,
stab him.
I'm
Some
spending
needles
that.
in his
where you
arms,
are.
Spending Benny to go
some
in
of
the
those
middle of
lactated ringers.
go in the middle.
All right, spending your Benny to go into the middle.
This is the U.S., right?
The machine,
America.
the machine
Okay,
that goes
hold
bing.
on. Yeah, they will definitely let me go to hospital.
It's true.
And then they'll take all your money.
No,
Can't take
I
what
am
we don't.
inmate. They will take
Hey.
all of your money as you pay taxes here, and I, as Russian national, do not.
That's true. Everyone should pay their taxes, by the way. Okay, that
You have to sell me a little harder on that.
America sells itself, man.
That's
Yes,
true.
every day on
That's
the street
true.
corner,
That is very true.
Like a whore.
much like America's mother, which does the same thing.
Please
Jolly
tell
good,
me that
jolly
we are
good,
also,
jolly
like,
good.
going
Because-
places.
Yeah,
while
I'm
this
just
is
driving. I don't know where
happening.
we're going. I'm just driving out. and
The radio squawks inside of the cabin as you're racing towards the gate. Front gate to Medic 2. What is your situation?
Would you like a picture?
Persuasion. We have a grievously injured
Guard.
guard and prisoner.
No prisoner,
prisoner,
just
just
guard.
guard.
Just a guard.
Previously injured guard here. He was injured in the riot that's currently happening. We need to get him out of here ASAP.
What's your persuasion?
That is a D6.
All right, a D6.
God damn it,
and
it's a D8.
No,
My
D8
bad.
and a D6. -1 because you're in the middle.
True. Come on, baby.
Hey.
6. Affirmative. Opening front gates.
Thank you, officers.
And the gates roll open, and you race through. Sirens going off.
So according to Google, this place where they have all the people that are the councilmen that live here and work for government, you need to take a left up at next light.
Taking a left. Anatoly
You
knows
are
his
in
stuff.
the middle of nowhere
I'm gonna take
in South Dakota.
Oh,
My
by the
guard
way, next
bracelet?
light in 28 miles.
Oh, God.
my guard bracelet and his guard bracelet and chuck him out the window.
Ooh, smart. Okay. Bracelets out the window, racing
Okay,
down the highway.
so now I played a role back in the day where we stole an ambulance.
Hashtag Benny, I feel like hearing an Irishman say jolly good might be enough to break through Patrick's chemical haze, enough to give him a heart attack.
Nothing can break through Patrick's chemical.
Oh, I was going to say, they're jolly good there. Right? Oh, I can go 800 long years.
Wow.
I don't know. So,
Hello, Steph.
You're all making my brain hurt.
Aw,
So I
thanks, buddy.
in the role, I stole a cop car, wasn't an ambulance, but they tracked me because of the cop car.
Oh,
Mm.
hey, my guy can undo that.
We
The
should
low
do that.
jack?
Oh, is it low jack? I can do that from here. Give me a repair roll to undo that low jack or electronics.
Yeah.
It's hijack.
Hijacking
But
the low
the problem
jack.
is you're fully an avatar at the moment because of the personality reorders.
Oh, I thought I went back to the middle here just a second ago. That's where it says I am on the scale right there. Let's take a look and
Let's
see
take a
where
look.
I
What
am
are
for
the
real.
Where are we
scales?
right now?
I mean, I do have 2 left. I guess I could push you around on it, but I can leave it.
You could do it right before I do it, sure. But
No, we'll hold off. It says you're in the middle. I'm
Right,
good
I'm
with that
just
for
gonna-
now.
All right, then. Here
I
we
still
go.
have 2
I-
left
I'm-
to make you
I'm
really
just saying
uncomfortable.
that I declared my action before you realized.
All right, rules lawyer. What's your repair roll? Or electronics or hacking? Any of the 3 is applicable.
Sustained. I will take the I'll take the, what is it? Oh man, those are all pretty basic.
Have you used survival before?
Works for everything.
Oh, my hacking is 8.
All right.
My repair went weirdly down.
Have you tried persuading it?
Let's do a D8 and a
I don't have that
D6.
anymore either.
Gonna do occult.
The
Hey, I've
6
used that
just
some
aced,
good advantage before.
and then ace.
Summon a techno demon with your cult. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely turned off the ambulance's locator. I mean, that might raise some eyebrows, but probably not immediately.
We're like 10 miles out, right?
Right. Once we get to the hospital, you could we could just rip it off and toss it out. So
Yeah.
Has
No,
anyone
this
talked about the
facility
locators?
was constructed in the Rosebud Land Trust in South Dakota in the middle of freaking nowhere.
Rosebud. So
Everyone's forgotten
does anyone
about
know, do we have trackers inside of ourselves then? I woke up here not feeling all the greatest. Is there something going ping inside my bumhole or something?
oh, do they track the prisoners too? I bet they do.
I bet they do.
Oh, I should be able to find that out. real
Yeah,
quick.
like just
I mean,
do your thing.
Check your beep boop.
I'm
Give me a focus roll.
I'm gonna shake it out. Whatever it
D8
is.
and D6.
Foreign material expelled.
Oh, yeah. Object in your hand.
Found it.
I should probably get rid of mine then.
Wait, do you guys have one too?
I don't know.
I will imagine I do.
Let me see.
Yeah, there's something under the skin there.
Man, this is gonna suck a little bit.
Oh, jeez.
I popped that sucker like a zit.
Go ahead and take a wound.
Sorry.
It's to Sean Cassidy himself.
Oh, Sean, yes,
He's going to take a wound there. You
Oh,
are now
speaking of
bleeding.
wounded- oh,
Hey,
no.
but on the plus side, you're in an ambulance and it's full of all
Oh,
kinds
right.
of medical
Things.
equipment.
We get like a +1 for any medical roll we do in here. It's gonna be great.
And now it's not just fake blood. There's real blood all over the back
Yeah,
of the
I got
ambulance.
-3, -2, -1 to wound damage.
You're at the -1 currently because you've achieved
Yeah.
1 wound.
Yeah, 1 wound. I'm doing fine.
Yeah,
Now-
that was bloody and graphic and kind of surprised you. You weren't prepared for it ahead of time.
You know, but I'm gonna do a Mr. Fix It, use my repair roll for a +2 to fix that arm up.
Yeah, if you were a robot, that would work, but you're not.
What? No, it's just fun.
Don't be-
Human bonding is a
Come
big
on.
robotic thing.
Survival will help you though.
Oh, there we go then.
You can it will. You can use survival to like.
I'll use repair. I'll just repair. Give me a stapler. Some
Super glue.
super glue. Some duct tape.
You want to check me too, Jodama?
I'll check you. I know right where it's at then.
No.
I'll just run the Omni tool over.
Thank you.
Nothing.
Oh yeah, you guys are.
Nothing.
You guys are remarkably clean, probably because you weren't in the prison part.
No,
Awesome.
We were
I
in the
saw you
resort
at
part.
a Sharper Image store.
it was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they still have that chair that?
Yeah, yeah.
I always wanted one.
And
Oh,
they
that's
have
the shape then.
It sends a slight electrical pulse to like, it gets what
Yeah,
you need.
whatever. It turns me into a Jello mold. I love it.
Always room for Jello.
Mm-hmm. Bleeding everywhere, though.
All right, then we should fix that. Anyone?
Yes,
I'm like getting weaker and
We'll
weaker.
bandage him up. There's all the stuff.
Does anyone have the healing skill by chance?
Sure
Nobody
don't.
has it.
Oh,
Hold on.
man. None of you are trained in first aid?
Nope.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
I got
that's
science
terrible.
and academics, and that's not gonna fix you.
Yeah, we
friend.
can use it untrained.
Oh, Warren
Absolutely.
has healing. I'm a half
Oh,
Warren.
really?
Half,
So
yeah. Oh,
you could do it to yourself then.
Exactly. I'll fix myself up then. Totally good. There was a stapler and some super glue and some duct tape.
Well, what do
I
you have
know.
for it for the skill?
For my healing, I've got 6.
All right, a 6 and a 6. -1 because you're in the middle. Hey, you get a +2 bonus because the equipment from the ambulance, however, which is going to offset that penalty, and give you a 5, which is enough to recover 1 wound. It takes you about 10 minutes of working on yourself, but you suture it up, you wipe the blood
that
away.
sounds
put
like
some
me, baby.
antiseptic. You're going to be just fine in a week or so.
Well then.
But initially, you're not bleeding anywhere anymore now. That's great.
Bleeding all over the ambulance.
Oh no! Sorry.
This nice, pristine, and clean ambulance loaded with insane people.
And me.
Rude.
You're really beginning to you're really beginning to second guess that signing up for Rhonda's Rangers bit there, Sam.
Yeah.
Also, when we get by a Target or something, I need new track suits. So,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
let's go steal one.
maybe hold off on the stealing until we're not being chased by someone.
About 20 minutes of drive, and you leave this small road and hit I-90.
Ouch.
Boom.
Where are we going, everyone?
East.
East?
West.
Okay. Wait, west?
East. We have to go east.
Conflicting.
Right? Not
who-
east?
Who do I trust more?
Okay.
Well, you've got Mike Mitchell in your head, who knows some things. You know that you need to find the Metaverse Task Force building, which is in Virginia, and you're in South Dakota. So I'll let you
East.
figure out which direction that is.
Exactly the direction I
Do
said.
you not know geography? How about the
Where are
state-
we? What planet is this?
See? United States of America, prime.
Oh, that place. Oh, God.
America?
We are
No
in what's
wonder.
known here as a flyover state.
Don't they tax everyone or some shit here?
No, that's the South Dakota, but they also get the mountain with the faces and,
Yes, yes.
and wall drug, which I hear is delightful.
I could go for some drugs.
I'm gonna go to the closest mall, like the biggest mall area we can.
It's quite a drive to any major population center from here, as this facility was purposefully put way out of the way in case some kind of thing happens.
But we can stop
Well,
in Minot.
we're-
Why not Minot, the magical city of Minot, North Dakota?
we are going to Virginia, so that's a bit of a drive.
Yeah,
No.
it is a long, long drive to Virginia from here.
So
We shouldn't stay on the 90 for it either.
no,
In
we
an
also need a
ambulance.
new vehicle,
Yeah.
We maybe not yes, indeed.
which is why a mall would get new clothes as well as a new car. And carjackings happen in the mall all the time.
What's
God
your
bless-
driving skill, Victor Rains?
That is. Oh yeah, driving is not piloting.
No.
Unfortunate. It's a D8.
All right, let's
That's
take a D8
good.
and a D6.
Mine's a D10, but
No,
whatever.
whatever.
I'm more experienced with terrestrial vehicles than the great space pilot. No big deal.
Hey, a 1 and a 2 means that, you drive for crap unless you want to spend, your last penny to re-roll that.
No, I'm fine.
It is 750.
I drive like. Oh no, wait. I
Spending that
re-rolled
last
that.
penny, let's re-roll it. Way to metagame on a metaversal show.
Hey, that's what you get for giving us a time limit.
All
Hey!
right.
All right. You don't drive so terribly.
Nope.
Good.
You are able to make really good time, and it's only about a 2.5-hour drive to reach the first decent population center.
Cool.
And while you can't really call it a mall, it is a shopping center.
As long as there's plenty, like a huge parking lot.
Yep, there's a
And-
huge parking lot full of cars and the occasional RV.
An RV, that's a recreational vehicle it is.
I will get rid of our chips while we are at the mall.
Okay.
Take them to the nearest schoolyard,
Oh God.
bury them in the playground there. That'll
Sit them in a child.
that'll
Fair
keep them
enough.
off us for a minute.
I'm going to look for the blandest blend of cars, either a black SUV or a black sedan.
Black
or-
sedan. I vote for black sedan,
All right.
preferably BMW.
Black Honda Accord it is.
There's a beige K
Wait.
car over there. No one's
Look,
pulling over.
Look, I need headroom, okay, and I need leg room, and I don't get that in the Honda.
You also don't get that if we get caught.
Well,
So
if
the
we get caught, we just
actual blandest car is going to be one of the most common cars around, so we need either a Civic or an Accord.
you only know 2 cars, don't you?
I'm
Yeah,
going to look
Civic
for a
An
big
Accord. You know
black
why?
Hummer.
Those are the ones that get stolen.
That's what I thought.
I want an H3.
Okay.
Oh
That's my
God.
man. There we go. And then we bump the whole way. Bump,
Mhm.
bump, bump.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone have a thievery skill?
I do.
Oh, I was just gonna punch through the window.
I got tons of a thievery skill.
I'm just punching through
I
the
would do it
window.
for thievery skill myself there. Just a wee bit.
Well, who's going to steal the car?
I take a rock and I punch it through the window.
Okay,
Jesus
that's
Guys,
your range.
we're not
Steal the
stealing
car.
that car
Why?
because
That's
there's no
broken
window. We have to drive for like a day and a half. What if it rains?
The alarm is going off in the
I-
parking
I'm
lot.
I
going
walk
to
away
use
quickly.
So
Mike-
different mall then.
Mike's electronics to undo this.
I do a
Alarm.
broken window.
Look, you could not pay me to get in that car now. Not happening.
While all this was happening, somehow Deborah Cross pulls up in a Honda Accord behind
Shotgun!
engine running in the driver's
Front
seat.
Get in, losers.
I punch out the window. I'm not getting in that car. The window is broken.
I am driving away whether you're in this car or not.
Oh, okay. You just go wherever you think you need to go now.
I'm good getting in the Humvee and I'm following her.
Oh my god.
All right, alarm's still going off in the Humvee. You
Well,
climb in it.
I want to
This
use
is actual
electronics
help.
disable that.
Sweet. Yes.
No way, this is going to go completely off the rails. Here, yeah, okay. What do you got for electronics there, Victor Rains?
I'm going to hijack a plane.
Mike knows a thing or two about electronics as he is a super genius.
Yep.
So a D12.
All right, let's take a D12 and a D6
Somehow he
minus
took
1.
that physics degree and applied it to...
Robotics and physics.
Oh,
All right.
not
that-
so good.
Oh no. I
And
don't
you're
have
out of
another-
Benny.
I don't have another Benny.
The alarm's still going up. The
Driving
the
away with
security truck is pulling up with the
You just-
unarmed but uniformed security guard for the parking lot.
This asshole broke my window.
it. I drive away, or at least
Do I need to call the
No,
police?
look, I don't know why you just killed those two men, but you did.
Killed 2 men. I'm calling the police.
You really shouldn't do that, sir.
What is your fighting over there, Anatoly?
D12.
D12, D6. Yeah, this is.
I wasn't going to
Getting
even
way
talk
crazy.
to that guy, but now he's dead.
This is on you, sir.
What?
And 8 is a success with a raise, so let's get a D12 and 2 D6s for damage. Plus 2.
Be
Oh.
okay, guy.
9. Well, you didn't kill him, but he is laying on the ground bleeding.
Not calling the police?
Yeah, his phone is, launched across the parking lot a few paces. He's
Any
rolling.
bystanders notice that?
A
Oh, did
couple of
they?
people have turned and looked from the front of the mall, but nobody's really coming over just yet.
You want to put him in the Humvee?
So, are we talking to cops still, or what?
Put the guy in the Humvee.
What is snack for later or something?
I'm not getting in that car.
No, I said put the guy you just knocked out in the Humvee.
Oh, but just drive.
They're all
Just drive.
insane, Sam.
Yeah.
I'm in the front seat with you. I'm good. Let's go.
What did we
Virginia,
expect?
let's go.
I am a bad man.
Do you mind the
He
radio?
is a bad man.
Yeah, well, I'm bumping the road trip hits and we are rolling out whether you're in the car or not.
Boy,
Ready, man?
wouldn't you like a cross-country vehicle
go.
who
Man,
has
let's
go for a
actually
snack,
made
though.
this drive
Can we
once
take another
before?
Is there a
Right.
Denny's?
I
We
mean,
can take
he did
another
knock
car
over
later.
a beer
Oops.
truck on his way, but hey, he drove it. Hashtag Reese, hashtag hack attack.
I
That's
get
true.
me a cord.
That's true. So 2 of you are now in the Honda.
I get in the Honda. I was promised.
3
to
of
get a
you
new
are now in the
car
We are going to
later
now
on.
have to steal a new car because somebody is
Broken a
kind of
window.
dumb.
Hey, I don't want to.
It was me, right?
Window.
I'm the dumb
Oh.
one?
Yes, it was you.
Okay.
How did you know?
Could have had a Humvee.
Because you got mad enough where you decided to involve outside person I had to murder.
Yeah, don't make me responsible for your poor choices, fam.
That was a good choice. Otherwise, police would be on way.
So are you getting in our cord?
I already said I was not.
Okay. You want to steal another car and we'll
Hey.
caravan?
We can all just take different
Driving
roads.
away.
Have fun.
Okay.
All right, they
Virginia, right?
begin driving away,
Virginia's
leaving
where the thing is.
Jonamox / Anatoly behind.
Anatoly.
Do what you're gonna do.
It's Virginia, I guess.
And what are you going
I
to
was
do?
the one who knew that.
Oh.
Well,
Mike Mitchell apparently knew it as well.
maybe you should try some pro-social, pro-team behaviors instead of constantly being a selfish dick.
I'm not constantly doing that. I am...
You're right, only most of the time.
Oh, this seems very serious and real now.
Yeah.
They're pulling away. What is your plan, Anatoly?
Oh, I'm just gonna steal a car with no broken
I
window.
play Aqua. I don't
Preferably
control
late
music.
model.
Oh,
Preferably not a Honda Civic.
Okay. What is your thievery skill?
D10 plus 2.
All right, a D10 and a D6 plus 2. There you go. 5 is going to work. And it's not long before you're on the road behind them.
I'm going to slowly pull over so that you can lead because you did actually know where we were going.
And slowly drives by in a Toyota.
We do understand I'm not 100% in control. I should not be driving.
Okay.
I have discovered I have a bit of a impulse control problem.
All right.
What is Anatoly driving?
Oh, he's in a Toyota SUV. You believe it's a something runner.
Okay. That'll do. Let's roll this into a ditch.
And changing vehicles for a third time.
Yes, he's there. Is there somebody responsible driving?
Not you going to drive. So who's going to get behind the wheel?
I'm pretty responsible.
I've got a 6 for driving as Warren, and
Sounds good.
I
I
have
do like
native
to. I do
driving.
like to drive.
Okay.
I'm going to blow up the other car.
You're going to blow up the other car.
Why would you do that, sir?
Okay. Give me a repair roll. What do you have?
Ooh,
Please
I have a
draw
D8.
attention to us.
All right, a
What
D8
do
and a
you
D6.
We were so close to being in a reasonable place.
We're getting there. And
Baby
driving
steps.
away, you guys get about 200, 300 feet down the road, when something that Vector must have done to that Honda, it explodes behind you.
Awesome.
Good, you
And
got
so
away.
begins the great American road trip. What's going to happen? You're just going to have to tune in next week to find out on the Reliables,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
where
That
very
is.
clearly anything can, does, and will happen. How many more people are going to get killed? Who knows?
All of them.
Whoa.
Apparently.
Go.
But hey,
Putting me in assholes.
make sure you check out the Reliables Twitter, the Reliables webpage. Check out the other fun shows on TFN. And oh, do you know we have guest stars next week?
We
We
have
have
guest
guest
stars.
stars next week. Holy crap.
Who's the guest
Definitely
stars?
have guest
Who are the guest stars? Well, I don't want to say who the guest stars are, but if you watched Masters of the Metaverse, you might recognize some of them. And we'll see you next week. We love you guys. Bye.
Goodbye.
Stay beautiful.
He also told us.